My name is Daniel Perilli, and I will be presenting the review of the Software Requirements Specification for 2017 Software Engineering Project Group UG04. Firstly, I want to talk about organization and correctness. All the requirements of the robot specification was put into the SRS, and all tasks to be performed by the robot was covered in depth. There is nothing wrong with this section of the document. The level of detail was appropriate and consistent across all parts of the document, and there are no problems with the organization of this document. Designing and testing the robot's code will not be hampered by the requirements, as they are a sufficient basis to work from. The priority of each requirement is included on a scale of low, medium, or high. All external interfaces have been defined as was understood at the time. However, these could change with the wishes of the client or any needs that arise. A basis of understanding of the functional requirements was made clear. However, no specific algorithms were defined. All of the known customer and system needs have been included in this document. However, they are subject to change as additional needs are discovered or, again, the wishes of the client change. The expected behaviors for all error conditions have been documented as was known at the time. However, they are to be changed as they are discovered, such as additional use cases. Supporting non-requirement parts of the document are correct. The appendices are very basic, however. This is due to a lack of need of the supporting documents. However, as more supporting documents are discovered and are needed, they will be added. Moving on to the correctness of this document, all the requirements are clear within the scope of the project and verifiable within the appropriate means. There are a few spelling and grammatical errors. However, these are somewhat justifiable as some of the members in the group that produced this document did not have English as a first language. Some of the non-functional requirements do need to have additional headers put on. However, this is a simple change. Missing information from the requirements was noted. They will be added as issues arise. It's not that they were forgotten to be. It was forgotten to put them in there. However, as the issues arise, they will be added. There are no requirements that are unreasonable or cannot be implemented within those constraints of this robot. Moving on to the quality attributes, all performance objectives and safety issues were properly specified. However, there was a lack of security issues, but with this project specification, there was not really a need for that. So the security issues of this project can be omitted. The quality attributes that have trade-offs were well documented. However, the extent of these trade-offs and how they will affect the overall performance of the robot was absent. This can be added later. However, this is a major part that needs to be fixed, as the trade-offs will definitely need to be documented, as the extent of these trade-offs will definitely need to be documented. Traceability now. Each requirement is identified correctly and justifiable within the software functions. However, the software functions that are being dictated by high-level requirements, such as the client's wishes or system requirements, use cases, are well documented. Requirement dependencies were not identified. However, this again is a simple change that would just be a matter of going through each requirement and assigning a dependent or independent tag. Lastly, the special issues. Most of the requirements are specific requirements for the robot. However, there are some requirements that are just simple implementation solutions. These are justifiable, however, because they would make the robot more intuitive and easier to operate, as well as improve the performance of the robot. All time-critical functions of the robot were properly identified, mainly being the total time taken for the robot to complete its survey. The actual time-based functions of the robot were also identified. However, these are limited to the hardware available, such as the accuracy and speed of the robot's sensors, as those cannot be changed. In summary, being the first document produced by this group for this project, it is fairly well set out and it is very detailed, and all required specifications are present. Thank you for listening.